Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
We begin tonight with General Motors and the UAW saying they've got a tentative agreement.
These agreements ensure the iconic Big Three can still lead the world in quality and innovation.
Now UAW President Shawn Fain has to sell it to the rank and file.
General Motors is the last member of the Detroit Three to strike a tentative agreement. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Kimberly Gill.
I'm Devin Skillian. All three of those tentative agreements now have to be approved by the union membership. If that happens, it would end a targeted strike that's dragged on for 46 days. It has cost the automakers billions in the process. Will Jones, live at Solidarity House. Will, we got workers putting down all the picket signs now?
Yeah, Devin and Kimberly, the workers are going to be putting down their picket signs and returning to work while this goes through the ratification process. And I can tell you, after talking with workers today, they're happy that this strike could be over. They're ready to return to work.
I picked up my phone and just so happened to open up my Facebook and seen it. It was like, hey, y'all, look, we got an agreement.
UAW member Shamir Marshall began cleaning up their striking area out front of GM's plant in Van Buren Township after learning the union and the automaker have reached a tentative agreement this morning.
We're glad. We've been waiting on this. We're the last people to, get an agreement.
They had to reach an agreement quickly because GM couldn't be the only company that was shut down. And when the union struck at the Tennessee plant that supplies many of the other GM plants, GM was effectively going to be shut down.
The agreement mirrors the Ford and Stellantis deals. After first demanding a more than 40% wage increase, the UAW settled for 25% offered by Ford, which will amount to even more with reinstated cost of living adjustments.
The union was able to achieve a record agreement. It was able to raise wages by really historic proportions and make up for a lot of ground that the workers had lost over the past decade and a half.
Those on the picket lines have been surviving on $500 a week, but Marshall says it's been worth it.
Hopefully we got a good agreement, and everybody get back to work.
Even with the weather cooling off, UAW members tell me they're resolved, didn't they? Relied on each other to keep at it, to get where they're at now. And Devin, they say they have no regrets.
Well, we'll talk about the next steps here now.
So it goes to the UAW GM National Council. They will review it, and then they'll send it over to their members for ratification.
All right, so not exactly dancing in the end zone yet. All right, Will, ahead here at 5:30, expert insight into what this last tentative agreement means for the industry and why there's a thought that this is a big moment for the UAW heading into the future. All right, our other top story here on Local 4 News at 5, an exhaustive months-long independent report into the Oxford school shooting is set to be released at any time now.
The investigative report is being compiled by a company called Guidepost Solutions. Mara McDonald is live in Oxford. Mara, the community still has a lot of questions they want answered.
Kimberly, they sure do, and we are waiting for this report. We had expected it would be dropped before now. It's probably going to be dropped within the next hour. The reason I keep looking down at my phone is because I keep hitting refresh to see when it's going to pop up. So it's taken a while to get to this point. If you will remember, originally the Oxford School Board said it was not interested in having any sort of independent investigation here. In fact, they voted on it, said no. Well, then Attorney General Dana Nessel stepped in, said her office would conduct an independent audit of what happened here to no cost to the district. That also was turned down. Well, the outcry from the public was so loud that eventually the school board opted to go with a risk management firm to come in here and do that independent investigation that the district is paying for. They made that decision in May of this year. People have been wondering where this report is. It is supposed to drop today, late this afternoon. I'm looking at it right now, still not up on the special website they've set up for it. We'll monitor it between now and 6, and as soon as we know, we'll come back to you live. We're live in Oxford tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Okay, Mara, thank you.
All right, a little more than 3 hours till go time. Live pictures from Sky 4 over Ford Field. The Tailgaters off to an early start ahead of a big primetime game tonight against the Raiders.
That's right. Now to live pictures from the ground in Eastern Market. Party is well underway, and Coach Dan Campbell says he expects the crowd to be electric come kickoff. The team is looking to bounce back at home tonight after a tough loss last week in Baltimore.
And the Lions have a few injury concerns still here ahead of the game. If we can get past this, you get to the bye week, and that would certainly help get everybody healthier. But let's get out live to Bernie. He's at Ford Field tonight. Going to be loud in there tonight, Bernie.
It's going to be wild. If you can imagine everybody showing up in their costumes, too. Ford Field, Monday Night Football, Lions favored by 7. I'm on Ross St. Brown. He is ill. Unknown if he's going to play tonight. Monday night games, it's a badge of honor, really, because you get to be the only show in town, the only show that anyone's watching. But Dan Campbell, not a big fan of Monday nights because you got a whole day to get through.
Keep the engine idle until you get about 1 hour, 2 hours before the game, and then it's time to go. But, you know, that'll always be kind of the challenge with it. You know, our guys are excited to be able to play, you know, primetime football. We all are. But I know for me, I wish we get primetime games at 1 o'clock. I just keep saying that. I don't know why we can't do that.
You'd probably be interrupting some soap operas or anything else that was going on at that time. All right, 3 hours till kickoff. They don't kick till 8:15, over 3 hours to go. Now, one who knows how to fill that time and fill it in a positive manner, Jamie Edmonds. She latches on to a tailgate, and who knows where it's going to take her. Let's go outside. Jamie's got her fan club there. Are the hors d'oeuvres hot yet? What's going on?
Bernie, I can't tell you how much food is out here. I'm joined by a really fun group. There are about 40 high school friends that make up a really giant tailgate, joined by Steven.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on out here. We got the tent, didn't know what the weather was going to be like. We have all the buffets set up. I mean, pizza, subs,
All right,
bunch of high school
friends. Let's go on a walk. This is Marlo, too.
it.
Marlo brought us over. Let's take a walk. Take a walk. What do you got here, Steven?
We got a whole little bit of everything, you know, chips and salsa, some pizza, some buffet items. You always got to bring the barbecue grill accessories out, you know, on a good tailgate. So here we got the rotisserie going on. Got some chicken wings crisping up over there, nice and good. Come see us, Eastern Market.
Pizza resistance.
We also have a whole prime filet going on the grill in a little bit. That's going to get rotisseried also. So just a whole bunch of fun stuff going on.
Really fun. Steven, thank you. Marlo's the one that said, Channel 4, please come over here.
Fisher and Russell, come eat. We got plenty of food. We have a whole bunch of food. More than
what do you guys think is going to happen? What's going to happen on the field?
It's going to be 30-14 is the final score.
30-14. You think they bounce back after the game with the Ravens?
Absolutely.
So that game did not dampen anybody's spirits.
Not at all.
Because they're going to win the division.
You got to take one step back to take a bunch of steps forward, baby.
So at 4 o'clock, I found guys with a hibachi. We got chicken wings over here. Who knows what I'll get into at 6 o'clock?
Smash burgers.
The game is hours away, but these people are having so much fun. They can't wait for prime time. Guys, back to you.
You are with some professionals.
That's what I'm saying. A rotisserie, a whole slab of meat.
The rolling basket with the wings in it. My
Rotisserie. What in the world?
Good stuff. All right.
I love it.
Save us a plate. Well, let's get to the weather, which obviously isn't too cold to chase all the tailgaters away. But look at this. I know. Oh, listen. I just heard Kim. Your eyes are not deceiving you. That would be snow. A lot of it, as a matter of fact. Take a look at live pictures from Sault Ste. Marie in the UP. They're getting their first measurable snow of the season. Fortunately, nothing like that headed our way down south.
It's going to get plenty cold, though, for the next few days. Let's check in with Kim for that all-important Halloween forecast, Kim.
I know, and it is going to be cold, but, you know, for them, it snows now, and it's on the ground until June. At least for us, we might get a few snow flurries tomorrow. We've had a couple, believe it or not, today in a few cities. Let's talk about that tailgating, though, because it is cold, although it seems like it's not bothering them. They're not feeling it, I bet. 40 degrees at 8 o'clock. Go Lions. By 11 o'clock down into the 30s. We've got some clearing skies out there now. We had a couple of light snow flurries in Rochester. Thank you, David, for letting us know that on our voicemail. And then out to the west in Howell, there are a few more flurries, and in Lansing and Muskegon. But the majority of the snow is up to the north, where there's a winter weather advisory already for parts of northern lower Michigan. This is all snow. We'll get a few flurries flurries tomorrow, maybe even a little bit of light rain mixed in. Temperatures right now are in the 40s. So for tomorrow, we start out at 28 degrees. As we go through the day, we'll get some increasing clouds and that chance of a scattered, very light snow shower. But it's going to be cold for those little trick-or-treaters with temperatures only in the 30s. And unfortunately, of course, Halloween is the coldest day of the week. But after that, we do start to warm up. We'll be back to normal by the weekend, but we also bring in a chance for rain this weekend. So we'll break down the hour-by-hour forecast for your Halloween in just a couple of minutes.